When visitors step into our ultimate schoolyard garden display next month at the Southern Spring Home and Garden Show, they'll likely marvel at the big vegetable and flower garden plants that look like they came from some future June or July. Presenting a late spring garden in February isn't magic, but it does take a lot of planning and work by expert gardeners with know-how, time, and greenhouses. On a recent frosty January morning, Annie West, a horticulture instructor at Central Piedmont Community College, showed us around the Cato campus greenhouse and explained how gardeners here and at Lifespan Services and Holy Angels in Belmont are growing the living stage for our ultimate schoolyard garden.
Some of the things we're concerned about in the greenhouse are to have the proper environmental conditions for our plants. Most of what we're growing for a school garden would be growing in the late spring and summer. These are summer plants. We're trying to mimic that technique that we use. All the plants that you see here were all started from seed just for this project. We ordered in quality seed to do this. These plants are annual plants. Almost all the plants that you see, the vegetables, they grow 1 year. They're done. You can't really dig them out of your yard and carry them over in a greenhouse. So we have broccoli, dwarf sunflowers, kohlrabi, red kale, cilantro, tatsoi, lettuce, onions, peas. The initial installation is probably going to be around 650 plants, including this quart size that we got to match the pallets that are going to be in the pallet walls. And then we have our specialty gardens, the pollinator garden, the international garden, the alphabet garden, the ozone garden. So we have some different size plants that are going to be gallons, this size pot, and bigger that are going to be in those gardens growing.
Are these plants about where you hope they would be at this point? Are they doing what they need to do for you?
Yes, we're 41 days out. So we can manipulate the temperature. They've not gotten any fertilizer yet. Bump the temperature up.
So how big, for instance, might the peas be by the time we get to the schoolyard garden in the late February?
Well, should be about that tall. And decide on whether we decide to put a little tiny trellis in there or if we want them to kind of flop. We should have flowers on here probably in a couple of weeks and hopefully have some pea pods. Yeah, it's kind of neat.
It is kind of fun.